Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Fast Sloths. So the game of Fast Sloths is a race game. You are racing to pick up these leaves. When you pick up a leaf, it goes along this line of leaves on your home board. When you have placed a leaf on the last spot, that indicates the last round starting, and everyone has the same number of turns. So if white player is the first player and they put a leaf on, purple will get one more turn. If purple puts the leaf on their turn, the game has finished. The way you're going to pick up those leaves is by catching lifts. This is a game of sloths, meaning sloths don't like to move, so they won't. They will pick up a lift or hitch a lift with other animals. The way you will do that is you have cards in your hand and you play those cards out of your hand. Depending which animal you're going to, that will indicate something slightly different. So the very first thing that happens is everyone in reverse player order will choose their starting position. I've set the board up with the initial setup rules. There are another 6 animals that you can use or can choose between, and when you're setting the game up not using the initial setup, you will place a sloth onto a tree and then one animal token, and then the other person will do it, and you'll go back and forward placing the animal tokens until all of the animal tokens have been placed. The other thing to bear in mind is that each animal can only go into various spots. So for example, the elephant can only go on grass or in the water. The donkey can only go in the tree area, in the grass area, or the dirt area. And so that will limit where these animals are able to go in each turn. So purple thinks he's going to start up here, and straight away he takes a leaf from up there. White thinks he'll probably start over here, so he'll take a leaf from over here. Yes, you get one leaf to start with. The very first thing you're doing is you're selecting cards, depending on where you're up to with this. So if white had 2 leaves, he'd be selecting 3 cards and then returning 1 card from his hand. Because he only has 1 leaf, he's selecting 3 cards. You can only select 1 from each deck. So for example, white might choose an elephant because there's elephants just there. He's got to work out where he's going to go to. He thinks he'll head that way, so he'll go after the ant cards and probably go after a donkey card as well. That's all his cards. He could play that straight away to get a lift from the elephant, but notice the elephant will have a -1 on the card, so he will actually only move 1 spot with that. So he's probably going to sit back on that, meaning he doesn't do this action. He then reduces his hand down to 7 cards. He's only got 3, so that's fine, and it goes to the other player. What's going to happen eventually, if these elephant cards keep getting taken, you'll notice there's 2s on them at the moment. Eventually they go to 3s, and each of these stacks will get greater in their possibilities as you go through them. And let's say, for example, he's managed to pick up those 9 cards. So we're on the 3rd turn at the moment. So what he's now going to do, because he's got too many cards to hang on to anyway, he's going to play this. What this allows him to do is get a lift from the elephant for 6 spaces, but it's a -1, so 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The elephant can now throw him 3 more spaces. 1, 2, 3. So he lands just there. He's going to need to work to get an animal into this spot so he can get that leaf. If he was able to play that card instead, he would have gone 1 more, been thrown 1 more, which is also relatively no help to him because he's trying to get to here. If, however, that was the cards that you had played, so you've got 3 plus 3 plus 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, -1. Notice the elephant can go in water, can't go on the bridge. He can then throw 1, 2, 3 to there. He now gets that. What happens with these cards is they now go in order. So the lower number on the top, I'll throw all these 2s in as well, underneath this stack. So when you get to the end of that stack, you're going to get back to those lower numbers again. He then needs to reduce to 7 cards because this is now the line he's working on. He has 6 cards in his hand, so it's not a problem at all. And we continue on. So what do the other animals do? The eagle You're looking to play at least a 6 with the eagle, so you'll need 3 of the 2s. The eagle can then travel the 6 spots to where your guy is, and then pick you up and move you 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can be dropped in the next spot along if necessary. The donkey can travel on dirt and grass. He can't go over the bridge, or he can go into these human spots. The donkey can pick you up and just moves you as normal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you had 3 of those 2s to get to there, he can put him down there, even though he can't carry him to anything from there. If this player then had the crocodile, so it's +1 on the movement, so he go 1, 2, 3 to pick him up, 4, he get in there. So he'd need 2 of these, or a 3, to go 1, 2, 3. Notice you can't pick up from the bridge there, but you can pick it there. 3, pick it up, 4, and drop him off. He gets that next leaf as well. So each of these leaves go in. Notice that the numbers as you go further along change. So he's only going to be picking up 2 cards, but he can only have a hand limit of 6. And this is how you work your way around the board. The only guys I haven't dealt with are the ants and the unicorn. The unicorn, you can only play 1 card maximum, and that will move you the however many spots. Noticing that if he was over here and got picked up by the unicorn and moved a couple of spots, he can't be dropped off on the mountain because he can't stand on mountains. He can't stay in water either. So he can't be dropped on either of those spots. If he goes 3 to there, he can be dropped off there, for example. And the ants, if you played a 2 and he happened to be here, this ant can carry him to there. And then this ant, or this chain of ants, can carry him to there. That's the 2 points. If he'd managed to work an ant over to here, he could use the 3rd point to get carried to there, but it's going to get stuck. If he'd managed to do it to that, he'd go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get over to that leaf. And that, my friends, is the game. The first person to get all the leaves, so you'll notice that all the leaves means that 1 will be left on the board. If you manage to get both leaves, that's fine, but you remember you can only move 1 animal at a time. The ants are a slight difference on that because you're being passed along a chain, but you can only move 1 animal at a time, even though there may be multiples of that animal available to you. So theoretically, you couldn't catch the donkey here, get dropped off here, move this donkey over and get picked up to move on. You would need to do that as 2 separate actions if that's what you wish to do. But the donkey could carry you to here, then all the way down to here for you to be able to pick up 2 leaves in the 1 turn, if you had enough movement points on that animal available. Look, I'll leave it there. Go ahead and watch my gameplay to get a feel for how the game actually plays. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.